Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create an inbound campaign. When you first log into your account, you're either going to have a number already acquired or you're going to need to acquire a number yourself. If you already have a number acquired, you can skip over to the step of creating an inbound campaign. If you need to acquire a number, stick with me. You're going to click on your user icon, go to settings, and then click on phone. Once here, click on get phones. And you're going to go ahead and search the area code that you're looking to acquire a number for. In this case, we only have one number available in the 702 area code. We're going to click this number here. Enter phone name. This is really just for your identification for the number, so you can easily identify what this number is used for, but it is not mandatory. So I'm going to click purchase number. Now it's going to show up in my numbers list here. And this is where your phone name would show up. So you also can click on the empty space and type in a title for that phone number if you would like. This does not show up as the caller ID of your phone number. Once you have your phone number purchased, you will go over to Tools, Inbound Campaign List, click to add your campaign. We're going to label this Support Team. This is the group that those either incoming text messages or incoming calls, all of the leads that either respond to your inbound campaign, they'll be added to this group here. So let's go ahead and choose direct inbound line. Now, anytime a lead texts in or calls in, we can also assign a deal status to that lead. All right, script, if you're taking calls via your web browser, which I'll show you in a moment, you can read off a script or have the option to read off a script when you answer the call from in your system. Audit form, if you have any audit forms selected, again, this will apply if you're having calls ring through your web browser and you want to be able to reference that, as well as your call handling policy. Phone number, we're going to select the phone number that we just acquired. If you want to select a calendar, again, for web browser calls, you'll go ahead and select that calendar here. And when they call in through your web browser, you can book them from the page that you're on when you're speaking with them. If you'd like to receive voicemail notifications to your cell phone or your email, you can set that up here. You'll go ahead and add your email. And if you need additional email addresses to get notified, maybe someone else on your team, you can add it separated by comma only. And same for SMS. All right, call recording. If you want your calls recorded for you to be able to listen to your calls from the call report, you can turn this on. Otherwise, if you don't want your calls recorded, you can keep this off. If you want your contact added automatically, so they're added into the group that we selected here, you'll keep this turned to yes. Whisper call. What this feature does is when a lead calls in, they're going to hear a whisper message. So this is the lead wait message. So when they call in, they're going to hear this text to speech message right here. If you don't want it to be text to speech, you'll just select a file and delete this text. This is the message that you're going to hear when you answer the call and before you connect with the lead. So system's going to read you this message. If we have that lead in our system, it's going to tell you their first name, and you'll press 1 to be connected with the lead or press 0 to reject the call. Incoming SMS notification. Anytime a lead texts into this campaign phone number, you can receive that text message to your cell phone. When you receive that text message to your cell phone, it will have a link for you to click, see the text message, and respond back. So you still will be replying back from this phone number if it's getting sent to your phone. When putting in your phone number, you're going to add country code and your 10-digit number. And this also can be separated by comma if you need to have multiple phone numbers notified. Just separate it by comma, add country code, and then add your additional number. Incoming SMS auto response. So if you toggle this over to yes, you'll have an auto response set to send out to the lead when they text in. Here you can select a role, a permission role for your team members, or you can assign this campaign to your team members so they have access to this inside of their account. Click that you've read the disclaimer and then submit. Now we got to set up the call flow for this number, and the call flow is basically when someone calls into this phone number, what do you want to happen? So this is where we can set up the calls to ring into your cell phone, ring into a SIP line, or ring into your web browser. So you're going to go ahead and click on either of these icons. This is the updated call flow design. We're going to drag dial, put in your cell number. If you're looking to have a caller group, I'll show you that in just a moment, but put in your cell phone and then your timeout. How long do you want the calls to ring for? Let's say 45 seconds. You'll click save, and then last option can either be a voicemail. That if you don't use voicemail option, it's going to play the voicemail that's on the forward number, but if you drag voicemail here, you can have a different voicemail set, so whenever leads call into your tracking number, they'll hear the voicemail that you set here. And then lastly, you can drag hang up at the bottom option, and that is it. Your call flow is set up. If you're looking to have calls ring in through your web browser, which is right here, or even a SIP line, you're going to want to create a caller group right over here. Add a caller group. And so these are all my team members. You're likely only going to see one account. You're just going to select ring web browser only or ring web browser and forward number simultaneously for your caller group. Now the forward number is going to be this number here, and this number is what is used in your profile settings. So when you go to settings, it's going to be this number here. Go ahead and click submit. And now let me go back to campaign list. We're going to click on the custom call flow. Drag group dial because it's a caller group. Let me actually try with the old design. And then we're going to go ahead and select the caller group that we just added. Caller ID of the caller or caller ID of the inbound campaign. So whenever a lead calls in, you can either have the caller ID of the caller or your inbound campaign. If your inbound campaign, it'll show this number every single time a lead calls in. And if you wanted to save that as a contact in your phone so you knew it was coming in from this campaign, that's what you would want to do. All right, we'll just put simultaneous. 45 seconds, it gives us time to answer the call and hang up. And that's it. That's how you would set up your call flow. If you want to set up after hours on your inbound campaign, you'll click on this icon. So let's say we're only available Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday to take calls, and we're only available from 9 to 5. You would just select 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. all the way down the list and leave the ones unchecked for your non-working hours. Over here, we can say, all right, someone calls in after hours. What do we want to happen? Do we want to reject the call and send the lead a text message? This is where you have text message that you want sent out to the lead. If you want the calls transferred to a different number, you put that number in right here. If you want to reject with a message, either text or audio, you can have that option as well. If you want to leave them a voicemail, so just basically take them straight to a voicemail recording or text speech, you can select this option. Or if you wanted it forwarded to a different campaign from what exists in your account, you have that option as well. And then here you can have an auto response that is set up to send to the lead when they call in from your campaign. No response until times 5, we'll go ahead and select 5 p.m. Update settings, and then that is saved. If you're taking calls through your web browser, you'll go ahead and select the call statuses that you would like to be able to assign to your leads when they call in. Otherwise, this won't really apply to you. But if you are Using the web browser, you can select an email template to send out to the lead as soon as the status is assigned, a text message. You can copy or move them into a different group, one that maybe is attached to a campaign. Everything's totally up to you. And if you need to add any statuses, you'll click Add Status, create a name for that status, and click Submit. If you need to delete any statuses, you'll click Action, scroll down, and click Delete. All right, I'm gonna go back. Here, this is going to be your call log. So anytime a lead calls in, you'll be able to see a full list of the leads that have called in and contacted you, and you'll be able to search between dates, or sorry, not search, but filter between dates of the range that you're looking to see the results for. And here is your custom fields. So again, if you're taking calls through your web browser and you want to see certain custom fields that are added from your account, custom fields are fields that you have put into the system manually. You'll just click on this icon here, select which fields you would like to be able to see on the lead when you're talking with them from your web browser. If you want all, you'll just select check all, and you'll be able to see all the lead's custom fields and whatever data is already filled in with that lead. And you'll also have the option to update the data while you're talking with them on the phone. This is how you set up your inbound campaign list. If you have any additional questions, please feel free to contact support via this chat bubble here.